Yo, welcome to This Week in Geek, where we talk about the latest geek news this week. I'm Alvin.
And I'm Nick.
First up,
Spider-Man 2017 reboot rumors.
in a recent interview with Empire magazine, Spider-Man director John Watts has confirmed that Tom Holland's Peter Parker is going to be only 15 years old in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So the key takeaway from this is don't expect the origin story to be rehashed.
Thank God. I mean, like, how many times can you see Uncle Ben die? I didn't even go watch the last reboot. What was that? The Amazing Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like, with great power comes great responsibility, but I don't want to see Ben die again and again.
Yeah, I think it's about time that he has to find a different origin.
Yeah, I mean, like, even in Sam Raimi's version of Spidey, we saw Tobey Maguire was already in his 20s acting as a teenager, was it? I'm quite happy with the casting this time around. Tom Holland is only 19 years old and he will be acting as 15-year-old Peter Parker going through high school. So it's a different, it's a different take on Spidey that we haven't seen on the cinema screen yet.
In addition, this quote from Empire magazine lends weight to another rumor currently circulating online about the Spider-Man cameo in next summer's Captain America Civil War.
Oh yeah, the current rumor that I hear online is Spidey's gonna be Spidey for about a year already. Since we're not gonna see Uncle Ben die and then him make his costume and then him try out his, his.
So he won't be much of a freshie then.
Yes. It'll be Spidey, the wisecracking teenage Spidey that's been Spider-Man for at least a year.
That we've learned to loathe because of his puns.
I kind of love, Peter's puns, man. I can't stand Deadpool's puns. It's a little bit misogynist.
Next up,
SUPERGIRL TV series.
Right, an epic new trailer for CBS channel's SUPERGIRL TV series was released online last Tuesday, revealing some awesome never-before-seen footage and giving us an idea of what to expect in Season 1. Well, firstly, Supergirl aka Kara Zor-El aka Kara Danvers works closely with her human half-sister Alex Danvers that is a member of the government's Department of Extra-Normal Operations. Together, they will spend Season 1 recapturing the prisoners that escaped from the Kryptonian prison Fort Raz that crash-landed with Kara onto Earth.
Yeah, I've seen like the leak pilot that was leaked sometime around San Diego Comic-Con a few months ago. And it's Supergirl on TV, but it's pretty flimsy, I have to say. I mean, they have all these like plot details, suddenly he has a human half-sister and then she works for the government, like an X-Files, Area 51 kind of thing. And then when she came to Earth as a baby, her rocket had to accidentally nudge the Kryptonian prison out of Phantom Zone, falling down to Earth, giving her something to do for the whole season.
Well, they need a plot point, so...
It seems too... How to
forced?
say... Yeah, forced. It's like Ghost in the Machine. It's like A leads to B leads to C, therefore D exists.
Well, it's good to know that Kara has the full range of Superman's powers. She has this flight, super strength, X-ray vision, and even a super breast. Breath.
Super breast! Anyway, yeah, it's very exciting to see that it's now 2015. The last time we had a Superman TV series was in the 90s with Dean Cain and what's her name? Yeah, that time the superpowers was like pretty limited from week to week because they had to have a CGI budget. But nowadays, even a kid in college can like come up with some awesome shit. So yeah, it's cool to see Superman's full range of powers shown in the trailer.
Yeah, and over here we also see Team Supergirl is made up of senior photographer James Jimmy Olsen and fellow intern, no love interest, in shot. It looks like there's a little love triangle going on. Or maybe...
Well, Win's like that loser, buddy, like friend zone guy kind of thing. And like she seems enamored with Jimmy because Jimmy knows her cousin from working in Metropolis. But they kind of blackwash Jimmy Olsen into becoming a black character. I mean, I know the comic books is pretty, Jimmy Olsen was a white character. It's now 2015. You want to add more, actors of African-American descent into your cast. Just like how they changed Pete Ross in Smallville to a black guy. Jimmy Olsen is now a black guy. So I don't foresee Jimmy Olsen hooking up with Kara anytime soon.
My bet's on them hooking up. Also, we have our first official look at the Red Tornado. Enemy or ally? I have to say, his costume is shitty.
His picture sucks as hell, man.
It's so bad.
I mean, what the fuck? Is your costume department so laps up that you can't come up with a better costume? It looks like a guy in like makeup and some bullshit BMX kind of outfit.
Yeah, and glitter on his face as well.
I mean, Red Tornado is a classic character. He first came out in Justice League number 64. from I think it came out in September 1968. Basically, he's a cyborg that has a soul in him, just like an Avenger that we've seen this summer.
Yes.
The Vision. So yeah, both comic book companies cherry pick ideas from each other. So effectively, Red Tornado is like the Justice League's version of the Vision. Initially, he was a bad guy under the control of Dr. T.O. Morrow. Funds abound. Dr. Tomorrow, he was tasked with infiltrating the Justice League to beat the shit out of them from the inside. But eventually, his android soul decided to become, one of the good guys after all. So he eventually joined up with the Justice Society of America on Earth 2.
Yeah.
So
I guess we'll see what he has to offer in
Supergirl. Interestingly enough, Supergirl is part of CBS channel and is not part of the CW network. As you can see on the Flash right now on the CW network, we're exploring Earth 2, and now you have a Red Tornado, a character from Earth 2. But because CBS and CW are not sharing the same universe,
Could we actually see a collabo in the future?
I don't think so, because as you can see here, the quote says he's designed by Dr. Tomorrow for the US Army. So maybe in this world he has connections to the Department of Extra-Normal Operations, I guess. It's pretty sad. I mean, I want to see the DC cinematic and TV universe coalesce.
Well, here's hoping that DC actually pulls the shit together.
I know how they can pull the shit together, man. They can say Crisis on Infinite Earth. So CBS is one DC Earth, CW is another DC Earth, the Nolan movies is another Earth, and the Snyder movies is another Earth. That'd be fucking awesome, man.
Well, season 1 of Supergirl premieres on CBS channel on Monday, October 26th. Next up,
Jessica Jones TV series.
Marvel has released the first set of official photos from the upcoming Netflix series Jessica Jones. They include images of Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones, Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, David Tennant as Kilgrave, and Rachel Taylor as Trish Walker.
I gotta say, these pictures are pretty spoilerific, man. I mean, for people that have never read Jessica Jones before, here's the 411 on some of the characters. So first up, we got Luke Cage. Cage is a man with a secret past that came across private investigator Jessica Jones during the course of an investigation in New York City, I guess season 1 of the TV series then. After a sabotage experiment leaves Luke Cage with superhuman strength and unbreakable skin, he becomes a fugitive trying to rebuild his life in modern-day Harlem, New York City. But he is soon pulled out of the shadows and must fight a battle for the heart of his city, forcing him to confront a past he had tried to bury.
It's very much in line with his Marvel Comics character, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, used for a very secretive government operation, effectively trying to create the super soldier all over again, and then instead he ends up with like super invulnerability, super strength, and yeah, he just becomes like a black Superman, I guess. The actor Mike Coulter looks pretty badass. I look forward to seeing him in Jessica Jones and his own TV series sometime in fall 2016. Next picture is Kilgrave. Kilgrave is a man from Jessica Jones's past whose reappearance shakes up her life. In the comic books, Zebediah Kilgrave was a spy from Yugoslavia who was exposed to chemicals that changed his skin purple and allowed him to control people's minds, assuming the codename Purple Man.
It's interesting that over here he's not purple.
Yeah.
So could we actually see an origin story in Jessica Jones itself?
Nah, I guess they're not going with the purple look because David Tennant, purple David Tennant would just look too weird on
because
TV.
They're not CBS.
Because they're not CBS. Because they got taste. I mean, David Tennant is an awesome actor. He was an awesome Doctor Who. I look forward to him like mind-fucking Jessica Jones throughout season 1. He's gonna make an awesome villain. The next picture, it features Patricia Trish Walker, who is a former model and child star, turned radio talk show host, and is also the best friend of Jessica Jones. In the comic books, Patsy Walker was one of Marvel's oldest female characters, originating from the character Miss America. Trish Walker eventually became a costume vigilante herself under the alias Hellcat, who is also a member of both the Avengers and the Defenders.
Oh, this might be a good tie-in in the Avengers movies and the Defenders series.
I guess so, and like Rachel Taylor is a pretty hot actress from Australia. Unfortunately, she hasn't gotten much good roles in the past, so I hope this will end up being her breakout role in Hollywood.
So Jessica Jones is the second of 4 series that Marvel's developing for Netflix. The first show was Daredevil, and it will be followed by Luke Cage and Iron Fist. These will all lead to the Defenders movie event on Netflix. Here's the synopsis for the Jessica Jones series.
After our coverage on Jessica Jones's teaser last week, it seems this is gonna follow the 13 episodes are gonna follow pretty much the comic books itself. I'm looking forward to a lot of fucked upness. I can't wait for the Purple Man. I still hate Kristen Ritter being casted as Jessica Jones, but the rest of the cast seems pretty strong.
I trust Marvel to pull the rabbit out of the hat with this one.
Yeah.
And, make us pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I think, Kristen Ritter narrator's gonna blow our minds.
So all 13 episodes will premiere on Netflix November 20th, 2015. Next up,
This week's cool shit.
so here we have two cats taking on a horde of zombies.
Yeah, I mean, this is the ultimate internet meme, man. You got cats and you got zombies. How can you go wrong?
You got the cute cat, you have the twist in the end.
Check out the twist, man. I mean, this short is like pretty awesome. I love it a lot.
That's it for This Week in Geek. Stay tuned to our next episode every Friday.
What do you think of this week's episode? Leave us a comment in the comment section below.
And if you like us, subscribe. I'm Alvin.
And I'm Nick, signing off.
Thanks for watching.